back to the workbench. Wayne back again, and I just want to go through, this is the final video on the CP101 appreciation build. And first off, I want to thank Mindless Model Works Kenny and Papa Dan for hosting this. This has been fun. This has been good. Watching everybody's videos and just seeing just how much that we appreciate and respect Chris. So this is the final. It's all done. It actually turned out quite well. I'm quite pleased with the way that it turned out. I tried to give it as much authentic detail as I possibly could, and a few issues along the way. Nothing really too serious, and that. I mean, there's one thing I didn't take into consideration when I was building it, and that is the height of the engine, the difference between the engines and engine compartments between the MPC kit and the AMT 71 Charger, as you will see in a minute. It's Hemi orange, satin black, and I used a charcoal on the power bulge and on the chin spoiler. The wheels are the Foose wheels from the 67 Charger, and they've just been hit with a little bit of smoke, just to dull them down a bit. Rear bumper, I haven't put a tag on it yet, but the rear bumper, the original, the tail lights on a 71 Roadrunner had were blacked out, so I blacked them out with some satin black as well. As for an MPC kit, I mean, my only complaint about the kit, besides the simplistic chassis of the original, is the actual styrene that it's molded in. Again, is very, very soft. Very, very, very soft. Very, very difficult to work with when handling it, even trying to put it together. But it's done, and that's the main thing. The reason why I did this build, very, very simply, I've been, like everybody else, we've been watching Chris for many years, and I've only been on YouTube since 2014, April of 2014, and going back through archives and everything else like that, and I've always just built kits, take it out of the box, paint detail and that, but basically use what was in the box. What Chris did, Chris, when he was doing his the CUDA, the Judy Lilly CUDA, and using the Dart as his chassis and modifying and making it look good, and that's what gave me the inspiration. So when I came across this kit, I bought it for the purpose of being able to kit bash, and going back and forth with Chris and telling him what I wanted to do with it and that, and he's always making sure he tells me, make sure the scale is right, make sure, because I had bought another Revell 67 Charger that I might have used for the chassis, but it wouldn't have worked out. So then I was reading through some of my magazines, my Scale Auto magazines, and there was one of the builders said that the AMT 71 Charger is a dead fit, very, very little modification. So I happened to find one at a really, really good price, and decided to go at it that way. So a combination of modifying and kit bashing and that, and this is the result that we have. This is the end result, and it's not a show car by no means was I ever going to enter this in any kind of a contest. It's just to go on my shelf, and we'd be done with it. So Like I said, there's not much to the inside of it. Very, very minimal details. My last video, I showed the interior where I did the wood grain, and on the engine, this is where it got interesting, because the we're using an MPC body and an AMT chassis and everything else like that. The motor fit fine, like everything fit, and everything fit really, really well, until I put the air cleaner on. And I like it with the air cleaner. I think it looks fantastic. This is more likely the way it's going to be displayed, but I'm not going to glue that on because you can't get the hood on with the air cleaner. So faux pas on my end, not fully putting the whole thing together to see if I had hood clearance. So that was the only area where I had trouble. I left the air conditioning lines on it. It goes over here. They both were in the right spot. It's got the heater hoses are all in there. And I tried to highlight the power steering, the brake booster, and the windshield washer motor and that. But there's not a lot of room in that engine compartment. And because I'm going to be displaying it like this, I didn't plumb the carburetors. No harm, no foul. Like I say, it is going to on my shelf. So Chris, I mean, I hope you're enjoying all these videos. I hope things are going to start going well for you. And it's just our turn as a community to show the appreciation and the respect that we have for you, and that you're going to be around for a long time to keep showing us, to keep kit bashing, and to keep giving us advice as we need it. So everyone, until the next time, cheers.